Hi friend, this is Pastor Lucas Pena, and this is our snack for the journey. And this week we are in the letter to the Hebrews, a very important letter that explain how the Old Testament is revealed in the New Testament. So there are things in the Old Testament that people have no idea why they were there and what they meant. And now the New Testament comes and reveals the whole thing with the coming of Christ. That is the sacrifice. Oh, the high priest. Oh, the curtain. All those things that were in the Old Testament is kind of a little bit blurry. Now they are revealed in the New Testament. It is a great letter, but you have to have some knowledge of the Old Testament so you can understand better the New Testament. So it's a great letter. And before I read the verse for today, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and to share this video with your friends and family and help us to bless other people. So let's see the verse for today. It's a great verse. Unfortunately, we don't have time to unpack the whole thing. Chapter 12, verse 1. Therefore, it's based on the chapter 11. Remember that chapter 11 is the gallery of the faithful. It's a great chapter. Read that chapter about the faith. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders us, the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. This verse here has so many lessons for us, and we don't have time. Many lessons for us, but we don't have time to unpack everything. It's talking about the witness. The witnesses are the heroes of the faith in the Old Testament. If you read the chapter 11, you're going to see that a lot of people there, good people, faithful people. So there we have that we're surrounded by them in that sense. The author is saying they are here, but why they're here? Why we're surrounded by this cloud of witnesses? And he said we have to do two things. We have to throw off everything that hinders and the sin that easily entangles us. In our journey, we're supposed to run. It's a race. We're supposed to run. We're not supposed to walk and go slow. We're supposed to run. But there are things in our lives that will stop us or slow us down. Sin is one thing, and the other thing is everything that hinders us. There are things that are not sin in our lives, but they do not help us to walk. They do not help us to run. And that is very important for us to understand. Because we have things in our lives that it's okay, they're good, they're not sin, we're not breaking any law in the Old Testament, New Testament, and anything, but there are things that they are slowing us down in our journey. So we need to be able to understand what are those things and remove them from our lives. And it's very important for us. And sometimes they are not sin, because the author is going to say on the sin. So there are things that hinder us, and there are sins that entangle us. So there are things that slow us down, and there are things that will entangle, will chain us, and make us stop running. So we have a race in our Christian life. The Christian life here is comparing to a race. We have to run. But there are things that are going to slow us down. And there is the sin that will stop us to run. So those things we need to understand what they are. What is slowing you down in your dedication, in your journey with Christ? What makes you slow in your walk with Christ. Slow you down in your race. What? And you know some of them. And some of them you don't know, and this is why we have to study the Word and learn. So this is a good thing, but it's not going to take me anywhere in my Christian journey. So I don't need to do it. I'm going to stop. It's not a sin. It's not a sin. But just will not help me in my journey. So we need to be aware of those things in our journey, because we have a race. We have a race in our Christian journey. We are in a race. And there are things that will stop us, and there are things that will slow us down. And we need to identify them if we want to run. And this is our snack for today. God bless you.